Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
My name is Dr. Marl'ene Edwin and I work at Goldsmiths University of London, and I have many hats here. I think amongst all of those roles, the fact that I teach on that MA and a lot of the students on the programme don't know that there is work by either Caribbean authors or Black British authors. So it's really nice to bring that to the table for them. With my equity scholars on a kind of day-to-day, I don't give them academic advice on their degree programmes because that's not my role, although, you know, I can point them in the right direction. It's more the kind of pastoral care that happens, and it's the kind of you know, you never know if when a student comes to you, you're the fifth person they've been to, right? You don't know if you're the first or the last, and you don't know if your response to them is going to be the thing that makes or breaks. So I'm always like, I might not be able to help you, but I know someone who can. When I came here to Goldsmiths without a degree, and then whilst I was here, a flyer came across my desk about an MA in Caribbean literature. And I was like, oh my God, they write books in the Caribbean? That was my first thought. So I went to see the programme director and I said, oh, I read books. I don't have an undergraduate degree, but can I do this MA? But, you know, life experience and work experience. And she said, you need to go to the library, get this book of Caribbean short stories and write a journal over the summer. Then I'll decide whether you can take the course or not. So I did that, and she took me on the programme. I did it full-time whilst working full-time, right? Because an MA normally involves 1 day a week of study, and I negotiated the time off from work. And I did that MA programme with her, and all I wanted to do was pass. And at the end of the programme, I was on my way home from work and she telephoned me and she said, guess who got a distinction? And I was like, oh, why are you winding me up? Why are you phoning me and telling me all this kind of rubbish? And she said, it was you, silly. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she said, do you want to do a PhD? And I said, can I? And she said, yeah. And so I then did a PhD with her. And then when she retired in 2020, she said, I've told my department I've got somebody who can take over my courses. And I was like, well, who is that? Because that's not me. I've got my day-to-day admin role. I don't need to be doing that. And she said, no, it is you and you will do it. So and I've been doing it for the past 5-6 years. Because of her, it's why I'm so passionate about learning and teaching and that. And yeah, it shaped me. She shaped me, and her motto is each one teach one. And that's the kind of thing I want to kind of pass forward because of my experiences with her. In my spare time, if I have it, I am also a singer. So I'm a lovers rock singer. I'm a reggae singer, and I do the odd gig and thing here and there and write my own songs. And so, yes, that's one thing about me that a lot of people don't know. And I just keep it quiet. If they come across it by accident, then that's fine. And I'm just in the process of releasing my first album, she says. Or trying to. I've got 2 more tracks to record. It's supposed to be coming out late September, but yeah. So all of that stuff keeps me busy. For me, all of the small wins come with my students. Like I had a student who was in her final year, but then became pregnant and was going to interrupt. And I said, you're so close to the end, please don't interrupt. If you need someone to look after the baby, bring her to me while you go to your class. And then she graduated with a first. And so for me, that's a, you know, I'm not the one who sat the exam or did anything, but I think anything that I could do to help my students, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for me. And just seeing them progress and and the fact that they keep in touch, that's a win-win for me. And it's them, I suppose. It is the students rather than the institution that keep me coming here.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.